It's 7:30 p.m. on Monday, May 27th, 2024. Right now, it says it's 91 degrees with about 45% humidity. It feels really nice. Feels like I can do a lot of work right now, running around in sweat and not kill myself doing it. I wanted to take some notes. I talked with my friend on Sunday at church, after church rather, and he raises dogs and he has goats. He does show goats, and a little bit different scenario than me. And I kind of talked with him about my experience with my dogs and what happened and what's going on and what my thoughts are. And he says, I think you have some misconceptions there. He said, number one, dogs, they will continue to try to play with the sheep until they're about 2 years old, right? That's just the way dogs are, right? And so you can't expect a dog that's younger than 2 alone with the sheep or with another dog that's younger than 2 to not cause problems with the sheep. They're gonna chase the sheep. There's nothing you can do about that, right? He says, misconception number 2, he says, your Great Pyrenees, they cannot be trained. It's all instinct, right? And he says that his Pyrenees are somewhat bonded with the goats, but they're bonded with their family. And so they're on patrol to secure his home 24/7, you know. So they're older dogs too, so they're much more calm. But like when there's strangers visiting or something like that, they kind of freak out because they don't know whether it's a friend or foe, and they don't know what to do until they realize that, you know, they're not hostile towards the humans, and then they're kind of okay. But that initial stage when, you know, strangers first come on the property, they start behaving very, very strangely, right? So, and I think I said, well, I was thinking of like taking netting and putting the dogs inside of the netting and keeping them with the sheep, so the sheep are around them, letting them bond with the sheep, not the humans, right? Like we'll feed them, of course, we'll keep them fed, but they're going to be constantly with the sheep, and so they should bond with the sheep. And he says that's probably a good idea. One little addendum, he said, is to take the dogs out of the pen when you're with the sheep, right? Let them get some time with the sheep. You can carefully monitor them. If something goes wrong, he says that he likes to use BB guns. They have very thick wool. The fur is very thick, especially in wintertime. But, you know, you don't charge it to maximum, but you plink them, and it kind of wakes them up to like, hey, don't do that. It's like a little mosquito bite, you know. So that's something I might do. I've been using a water bottle. He says, like, a water bottle, you know, doesn't have very long reach, you know. But if I keep the sheep together like this, which I probably will. I mean, these are very thin rows. I'm only using this in the spring, but you know, I think the dogs will basically live with the sheep, among the sheep. The puppies that I have right now, that's my goal, is when they're 3 months old, take them from their mama and start training them. But it may be the case that maybe Bayley's still good. Bayley spends all her time with the dogs. She doesn't want to be with the sheep. So I'll probably put Bayley with the puppies. And 4 is probably the perfect number. It might be too many. 4 might be too many, you know. But because the dogs do have a pack instinct. Once they get to a certain number, they might bond with themselves and just protect themselves rather than the animals. Anyway, it's a nice weather. I just wanted to take those notes down. I have a lot to think about in terms of developing livestock guardian dogs. And if I ever figure out how to do this properly, I'll let you guys know what I figured out. But we've already lost 2 sheep to dog attacks, at least. I'm pretty sure the other ones that we lost were not due to dog attacks. There's one questionable case that happened last February during the ice storm, but I suspect that wasn't a dog. That was a wild animal. It could also have been starvation or something like that. I doubt it's starvation though. Anyway, guys, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.